So I know we said we were going to go to space first with the astronauts who were stranded, but before we do that, breaking right now, Lil Baby was arrested in Las Vegas on Monday for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit, which is a felony. So he was taken at the time to Clark County Detention Center on 5K bail. He was supposed to be headed to celebrate James Harden's birthday. I don't know, what the situation is, if he made it there or whatever. Right now, there's not much more information outside of that. Yeah, Lil Baby, that came out of nowhere. He was just there, like, handing out all the money to the people in the restaurant.
They gave him $11,000 worth of tips.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, that happened fast. But moving on, we have 2 astronauts right now that are stranded. Not stranded, but they're going to have to spend 6 months in space, which was not expected. They were only supposed to be there for a month. Let's take a listen to the news report.
NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams were aboard Boeing Starliner's historic launch in June, but they were only supposed to be in space for a week. NASA now says they'll return from the International Space Station 8 months past schedule on a SpaceX Dragon capsule. The troubled Boeing Starliner spacecraft has been plagued by helium leaks and thruster issues. NASA testing to find out whether Starliner could fly home with Butch and Sonny on board, but the risk ultimately too high. Boeing released this statement saying they continue to focus first and foremost on the safety of the crew and spacecraft.
The SpaceX Dragon capsule will save 2 seats for Butch and Sonny when it heads to the ISS, but before that, Starliner will undock and return to Earth with no one on board.
I want to know what's popping on the ISS. The fact that they got an international space station where all the different, space organizations from different countries are just hanging out and kicking it. I want to see what's happening up there.
And the fact that you could just like pop up there and be like stuck for 6 months and it's
cool.
All right, just chill.
I mean, I don't know if it's cool, but it don't seem like they stressing. I even saw them on the news. I thought they was giving an interview.
Yeah, they could do interviews. They could watch television. They said to sleep, they got to sleep in like a sleeping bag that's like tied to the wall. So
where do they poop and pee though?
There's like, does it float like on the movies?
I don't know. And do they have sex?
Man, I wouldn't masturbate on that plane.
I mean, 6 months and it's just them 2 up there.
Sperm just flying.
You start playing a game of Pac-Man.
What? You
just floating around munching.
This guy's disgusting.
Floating around munching.
Wait, excuse me, because we went. Hold on. I looked down at my notes for 1 minute, and I looked up and you was munching. We went from sex to. So
but he was munching sperm because he said he was
about to
masturbate.
say,
Yes.
are we?
Yes.
What?
I was not.
What was you munching?
And the swallow through was crazy. Like I just watched you just
swallow through is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you over here looking like a champ. I don't know. I don't know what else to say, man.
I hate this show.
Well, yeah, I mean, Elon Musk is supposed to be saving them in 6 months when that other. I don't know, what do you call it?
Hold
space
on, so
shuttle?
Elon Musk is saving them in 6 months?
He's not going there, but he is sending one of his SpaceX.
Correct.
Like they're already going up for like a mission.
In February.
Once, in February. So once the mission is over, the 2 astronauts who are stuck are going to board that craft and come back home. But they got to change their outfits.
No, it was a Boeing. It was a Boeing vessel that went up there.
Ain't no way in hell. I don't want to fly Boeing in the sky. Why the hell would I fly Boeing in space?
So the Boeing vessel had some problems, so it just came back unmanned, and now Elon Musk has the next vessel that's shooting up there in February. That's gonna.
Man, I'm telling y'all right now, them people got something going on up there that we don't know nothing about. It's popping up there. I'm telling you. They probably got a Starbucks on the International Space Station, McDonald's.
They're supposed to be there 8 days. They're gonna be there 8 months.
Nah, there's something going on. They hanging out. They hanging out with extraterrestrials and everything. It's popping up there.
I forget the woman. Oh, Sunita Williams. Her mom. They did an interview with her mom, and her mom was like, "Oh, well, she just does this for a job." Can you imagine calling your mom, or however you explain to your mom when you're in space, and being like, "Yo, I'm stuck here for 6 months." What would your mom say?
I told you about going to them damn NASA.
I told you, dumbass. I told you
you should have went to trade school.
And I see her at the family reunion now. She missing, and guess where her dumbass is at?
She should have been an electrician.
I told her to be an electrician. Dumbass want to be in space.
Yeah, them white people are preparing to leave us here. I just want y'all to know that.
Oh Lord. Well, moving on. More white people.
I don't blame them either.
So Mark Zuckerberg, he released a statement today, or at least I saw it today, and I thought it was pretty interesting, especially because we're having so much conversation right now about government controls when it comes to media, social media platforms, who's banned where, all that stuff. So in this statement, he says that in 2021, senior officials from the Biden administration, including the White House, repeatedly pressured his team at Meta for months to censor certain COVID-19 content, including humor and satire. He says that they made some choices that, with the benefit of hindsight and new information, they wouldn't have made today. they believe that the government pressure was wrong, and they regret that they were not more outspoken about it at the time. I thought that was insane.
Pressure them to do what? To not post certain stories?
No, basically they had to like set content standards, and the content standards were like, you know, block. You remember during the pandemic, if you would put up certain things that mentioned certain words when it came to COVID and stuff like that, things would be removed. Mm-hmm. They don't give an exact example of what specific content they are talking about that they would have allowed now that they're looking back. Mm-hmm. But I do remember you would post certain things and it would be removed. It would be flagged.
Well, that's the type of government outreach I don't like. That's not freedom, but if the Biden administration was reaching out to say a lot of the things that are on Meta aren't accurate and it's causing people to do things that are hurting themselves or others, I can see them reaching out to Mark to monitor the content on Facebook, because I read in that article where Mark said that the to take down the content was actually Facebook's decision.
Right.
Mm-hmm. The ultimate decision was up to them.
Right.
But he just felt like, you know, he didn't appreciate, you know, the government pressure. So I wonder which was it.
Like, it's just crazy because we finding out that no one knew what they were talking about anyway. There was a lot of government officials who didn't know stuff is so different.
But I don't mind it, like you said, if it's to save people's lives. Like, you know, one time Trump said, you know, take bleach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just imagine if that, you know, and people really thought that and died.
It's a slippery slope though, because you don't know what you taking down. Like, you know, where does it stop? Where's the line drawn? But it is only a matter of time before they put regulations on social media. I done told y'all this before. YouTube, Facebook, all of these platforms have people on it acting like they are broadcasters. So all these platforms eventually going to get the same FCC rules and regulations as TV and radio, guaranteed.
Right.
I would never own an app, and I would never become a politician. It's too much stress.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. When we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.